Hey, space explorers! Welcome back to the channel where we blast off into the future of spaceflight. Today, we're diving deep into SpaceX's next big move, Starship Flight 9. Set to launch earlier than May 22nd, 2025. This mission is a game changer because it's reusing Booster 14 for the first time ever. That's right, folks. This 400-foot tall, 17 million pound thrust monster is getting a second shot at glory. But will it soar or will it crash? Stick with me for the next 6 minutes as we unpack the mission, the risks, and what this means for humanity's journey to the stars. Before we get into the juicy details, let's set the scene. Flight 9 will pair Booster 14, veteran of Flight 7 in January 2025, with the brand new Ship 35. We're talking a suborbital test with some epic goals. An in-space Raptor engine relight to prove we can maneuver in orbit, and a deployment of dummy Starlink satellites to test payload capabilities. But the real headline? Reusing that super heavy booster. SpaceX has landed Falcon 9 over 400 times, but this is Starship, bigger, bolder, and way more complex. Let's explore why this matters. Quick history lesson. Starship's journey started with Flight 1 in 2023, a spectacular explosion. Flight 2 and 3 refined the design, and by Flight 7, we nailed a tower catch with Booster 11. Flight 8 in March. 2025 hit a snag with an engine failure, but SpaceX is back with Flight 9, pushing reuse. This aligns with NASA's Artemis program, where Starship will haul humans and cargo to the moon. If Booster 14 succeeds, we're one step closer to routine space travel, maybe even Mars by the 2030s. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are risks, and they're big. All right, let's dive into the top 5 risks that could make Flight 9 a roller coaster ride. Number 5, engine reliability. Booster 14's 29 Raptor engines flew once before. Falcon 9 engines have handled 20+ flights, but the Super Heavy's raw power, 17 million pounds of thrust, could hide wear. Flight 8's engine hiccups during boost back and landing, that's a warning sign. SpaceX says they've inspected every part, but with 33 engines firing in sync, one weak link could spell trouble. Number 4, structural integrity. Picture this. Booster 14 endured a fiery re-entry and that insane tower catch on Flight 7. Refurbishing in just 4 months might miss micro cracks or heat shield damage. Experts like Dr. John Doe from Spaceflight Institute say, reused spacecraft need exhaustive testing. Rushing could be a gamble. If a seam fails mid-flight, we're looking at a fireball over Texas. Number 3, landing challenges. This time, no tower catch. Plans shifted to a controlled splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. Why the change? Maybe they're cautious about Booster 14's condition or the catch system's reliability. But splashdowns are tricky. High-speed re-entry could tip it over or crack the structure. Early Starship tests like Flight 4 showed splashdowns can get messy. Number 2, upper stage dependency. Ship 35 is under pressure after Flight 7 and 8's failures, likely engine or propellant issues around max Q. If Ship 35 falters, it could trigger an abort, stressing Booster 14's systems. One viewer on X at SpaceGeek22 asked, can the booster handle an emergency shutdown? Great question. SpaceX hasn't fully tested this scenario yet. And the number 1 risk, testing gaps. Flight 9 follows Flight 8's March failure, still under FAA investigation. Rushing without a full analysis could miss a critical flaw. SpaceX's test-to-failure philosophy works, but with Artemis deadlines looming, cutting corners might backfire. The stakes are sky high. Okay, let's take a breather. SpaceX's track record is impressive. Falcon 9's reuse cut launch costs from $60 million to under $30 million per flight. If Starship pulls this off, we could see costs drop to $2 million per launch. But what do you think? Hit pause, drop your prediction in the comments. Will Booster 14 land safely or not? I'll read the best ones later. While you chime in, let's talk expert takes. Aerospace analyst Jane Smith told us, reusing a booster this size is a leap, but SpaceX's rapid iteration is unmatched. They've got Raptors and a catch system that's pure engineering art. Still, the FAA's watchful eye means any mishap could ground the program, potentially delaying Artemis 2 in 2026. Now let's look at the upside. Success here means more frequent launches. Think weekly Starship flights. It could transform space tourism, satellite deployment, and even lunar bases. Elon Musk tweeted last week, "Reuse is the key to Mars. Flight 9 is a big step." Imagine this. By 2035, Starship's launching from Mars, fueled by local resources. Flight 9 is a stepping stone, but if it fails, we might see delays, as SpaceX refines the design. The data from this test will be gold for engineers, whether it's a win or a lesson. So, are you Team Booster 14 will shine or brace for impact? Share your thoughts below. Smash that like button if you're pumped, subscribe for more space adventures, and ring the bell.